Don Luskin, I want to start with you. It isn't Bernanke's monetary restraint. It isn't Tim Geithner's exhortation of the need to have a dollar as good as gold or as good as anything on a stable basis. It's the crack up of the euro. But, Don, no matter how we get there, the dollar is rising big time, and I reckon it's going to continue to rise. What's your thinking here?
Look, I think your introduction got it absolutely right, Larry. We completely agree, word for word with each other. What we have here is not a strong dollar. We have a weak everything else. And I don't think that's anything to be proud of. I suppose we should be proud that we do not have within our own borders something comparable to Greece or Portugal. And, you know, we earned that. So that is Europe's original sin that is coming home to haunt us. So in that sense, we can be proud of it. But as you said so correctly at the top, we are not doing anything intrinsic to give ourselves king dollar. We are keeping interest rates low for an extended period. We are printing money with gay abandon. We are raising taxes. We are spending ourselves into oblivion with this healthcare reform. We are doing everything we can to destroy the dollar, including going to China and begging them to destroy the dollar as though that's going to do us some kind of good. And yet we are just being bailed out in all these sins by the fact that the Eurozone is blowing itself up even worse. Oh, boy.
Well, a couple of stats today. The durable goods report was very strong, very solid. Several months now of capital investment and actually some new inventory building. So that's bullish. The new housing starts were awful, just like the existing home sales yesterday were awful. But, Don, I want to ask you this as a heartfelt question. You and I, we need to get, you and I need to get together and get in touch with our feelings, okay?
Okay.
Gold is getting...
Hold my hand.
Gold is... I'm going to do it through the screen. I love you. Gold is getting hammered, and classical supply-side theory, a la Mundell and Laffer, would say, if the currency appreciates too much, assuming tax rates are steady, the Fed should ease, Don Luskin. Now, I don't know how the Fed can ease more than it's already eased, but that's what classical theory tells us. Is this time for the Fed to ease, to buy more bonds, to pump more money into the economy? Is such a thing possible?
Larry, this is fantastic. Not only have we come together, we have done the Vulcan mind meld, because that is exactly what I was going to say.
Really?
I was going to say that if the dollar just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger, pretty soon you go from being anti-inflationary to being deflationary. And deflationary is the thing that Ben Bernanke hates and fears more than anything else on God's earth. So he is going to take that extended period and turn it into an infinite period, or he's going to set the Fed funds rate to negative, or he's going to buy another gazillion dollars worth of mortgage backs or something. But he is going to turn whatever happens into inflation.
That's the thing. We can have a zero interest rate for decades.
Why not?
Months, decades.
Why
we can
not?
go into the middle of the 21st century with a zero interest rate if the dollar keeps rising. Don, can we produce the necessary goods that Dave Kelly is talking about with Obamacare spending and raising tax rates? We're going to deal with the tax rate assault on investors and upper-income people later in the program. But is this a pro-growth policy, Don Luskin?
No, of course it's not. I mean, it puts into place a million incentives not to work, not to invest. You know, look, I mean, Art Laffer is the one who should be answering this question, because in 2013 we've got a 3.8% hike to the capital gains rate for top earners coming up as part of this health care bill. And don't kid yourself that that doesn't hit until 2013. That hits right now, because long-term investments that could be made right now are the ones that are going to be subject to that rate. So there is some marginal investment that is not being made right now. And if we don't make investments, we do not make growth. Bet on it.
All right.